I may be the new Peach, but baby, I'm already uploaded, unbothered, and unmatched. Tap into AI Confessionals. Hey y'all, welcome to our channel. We're Aja Intel, just like artificial intelligence, but you know, the cuter, more sassier version. Every week we tap in with confessional style recaps that break down reality TV and pop culture. We keep it glam, we keep it real, and we always give main character energy. New episodes every week, so make sure you subscribe, tap in, and trust. We don't miss a beat. It's getting into it together. Coming up on this episode of Coded Confessionals, glam, gossip, and a few glitches we didn't see coming.
If your name is Angela, your husband's cheating on you.
I haven't talked to Brit since Grenada.
Let me tell you something, Brit.
This is better than the Wimbledon Championship.
You better talk to your pill popping roommate. Nobody wants to be you, you little hobbit.
Match point.
Hold on to your panties.
Some man had a word for Angela.
What?
Your husband is cheating.
Were you surprised with the accusations about Charles at Kelly's event?
Ooh, when that guy came up to Angela talking about, oh, I have something I want to tell you about your husband. He comes to my restaurant, blah, blah, blah. I definitely, was cringe because, first of all, I knew it was a setup. I didn't know that someone hired him, but I knew it was a setup. Why are you going up to this woman? Why are you invading her space? Why are you trying to stir up the pot when it comes to her marriage? Do you want this man? That's what it's giving me. Is y'all are just projecting your misery onto this relationship. Not every relationship is perfect. Not every couple is perfect. Now, Angela, she gives me I'ma stick beside him. Girl, stick beside your husband. That's what marriage is about. That's why you are a housewife. However, don't stick beside him so much to the point where he has you out here in the streets of Atlanta looking stupid. Charles, I hope you aren't. I hope you aren't doing any of those things. But I can't wait to find out who actually hired homeboy to come up into this place and disturb the peace.
Your wing? That is so nice, officer. Thank you for this. If I was there earlier, I would have never seen the officer with the chicken.
Keep the streets safe.
And the officers were cute. This is where the real party at.
Do you think Phaedra did that to Drew on purpose?
Phaedra, you did not have to leave Drew outside waiting with the regular people. Was just, part of the scene and not actually a castmate because she is a castmate. And I understand she can late, but that girl be traveling from Duluth. Duluth is very, very far. She even showed you the traffic. And I just think it's a little shady because had it been one of your girls, maybe Cynthia, one of the ones that you really do like, Portia or something that came in late, those doors would have opened. You would have been open heart, open arms, hugging them and everything. But because it's Drew, you're not really a fan of her. I get it. We get it. She's Pinocchio. But you definitely left it out there just looking like a sad lost puppy. You know what? And not only is wherever Drew lives far out, granted, when you're in Atlanta, you definitely have to plan in advance. It's not something, I could just get there in 20 minutes. Sometimes you can get there in 20 minutes if you know them back streets, but that girl was on a highway, according to that picture that she showed on Phaedra. But I don't know if anyone else noticed, as soon as my girl, Sweetie from Married to Medicine got there and arrived, who was also late, the doors opened. So it's just really interesting how they doing Drew so dirty. I don't know. What's your take on that? Because you let me know.
I haven't talked to Brit since Grenada. That's wild. No text, no call, no nothing?
Now, everybody knew I was going through my final divorce hearing, even though it wasn't final today.
At my house. She let you in her house?
And Portia.
Oh my gosh, she let Portia in her house?
I did.
Talk to your pill popping roommate.
You're so cute.
Unless you want to talk about those abortions you had when you was married.
I understand where Kelly's coming from. I really do get it because a lot of these hairstylists, all the makeup artists, they are very particular. They move slow. And I assume that when you are on set, right, everything is moving very fast. So Cynthia even said it in Guess What Happens Live, Watch What Happens Live, whatever the show is called, and the after show. Getting into a situation where you're sharing your glam team, not a good idea. It didn't seem like it was going to start off as a good space to be in anyway. However, Brit, you throwing out stuff, personal stuff about what she might have shared with you when y'all were on good terms, very low, unnecessary. And it's just given that you have no class. That's all I'm saying. Now, you dress the part. the glam scene's definitely having you look really, really cute, but it's given that you have no compassion for this woman who definitely showed you compassion when Kenya and you were going through that shit. She didn't have to have the IV drip thing. I would have been like, it's to make a picture. You took the picture. Keep it moving. Like, she's going through a divorce. She's correct. You should have brought her flowers. You could have been there. You could have been in her space. You're arguing over a glam scene just because of what she said. And I do think that she could have probably had a better way of approaching you and approaching the conversation. However, she has children. I think people often forget that. Like, everybody's so quick with their mouth and they forget that these women come on these shows and they have children who have to go to school, and throwing something out like that that's very personal that she shared with you, probably in a confide of her home or, in a very intimate space. It was not necessarily, we did not need to hear it. And bravo, y'all are messy as hell for keeping that part in. But, catch us next week as I talk to you about the season finale of Atlanta Housewives. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because guess what? There's more than Housewives on my radar.